guys, I am coming at you today to talk about quarantine brows. And we are about 3 weeks in from our mandated closure here in Ohio. And for many of our clients, we have a lot of clients that get their brows done every 2 to 3 weeks. Most clients on average, it's about every 4 weeks that they're looking for their brow design. So I have recently, we've all been recently getting a lot of messages from our clients about, oh, I'm gonna need you so bad when this is all over because my brows look like caterpillars. I've been seeing other people post some things on Facebook. So I just wanted to come at you guys today and give you a few pointers of ways that you can try to keep your brows a little bit in check and get you through without making a total mess of them. This is not going to be a full-blown design, but we are going to walk through the bare minimum basics of what you can do at home and some things that you need to keep in mind. Please also keep in mind that you want to be extra careful just to make sure that we don't overdo it with the brows, because we would much rather be a little bit woolly and need some extra cleanup at your first brow appointment back when this is over, as opposed to having to worry about teaching you how to fill in or possibly areas that are just going to be too sparse and maybe not grow back in. So let's get right to it and start talking first things first about the supplies that you will need and the sanitation measures that we want to take. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I have a 70% isopropyl alcohol. If you're lucky enough to get your hands on some of this, you probably have some at your home. If not, you can actually use regular hand sanitizer on a cotton ball. Or the other thing that you can do is you can use an antibacterial soap or a dish soap, because we are going to be prepping our tweezers for today. So I do have this isopropyl alcohol, so I'm going to apply some to a cotton ball. And if you have it in a spray bottle, you can do that. But if not, I've just saturated the cotton ball, and then I am squeezing my tweezers down into that to make sure that they are nice and clean. Because I don't know about you guys, but my husband likes to get a hold of my tweezers and tweeze out ingrown hairs, or I've caught him pulling ticks off before with my good tweezers. That man, it's a good thing he's cute and I like him. I've also, what else have I seen him do? Oh, pull like a splinter out where he's been at the farm. Fun fact, a lot of people don't realize that we do in fact have a family farm. It is my husband's family, not mine. I am a bit more of a city girl than that. So now that our tweezers are completely clean, we can kind of let them like air dry just a little bit. Alcohol is gonna be dehydrating and it's gonna dry down quickly. The next thing we want to do, I know a lot of people are like, my tweezers at home are just terrible. So I'm going to show you a quick, easy way to sharpen your tweezers. I'm going to be doing that using a nail file. Now, if you do need to sharpen tweezers, I would sharpen them first and then I would clean them second. But this is kind of like nails on a chalkboard, but you can use, I've got a metal file, you can use just a really inexpensive cardboard file or a piece of sandpaper. And you literally want to take your tweezers and you just want to grip the file, and so you can see there, and then slide it through. And only do that about 2, 3, maybe 4 times. You can kind of check the edges there. And that should be good. So if you are having a hard time with your tweezers grasping hair, go ahead and get that. Use your file or a piece of sandpaper, and then you are set and good to go. Now you will notice my brow shape is pretty decent. They're a little thin, but overall it's pretty decent. That's one area that I've been a little bit more blessed in. So I'm not gonna have a lot of anything to take out today. You'll also notice though my brows are desperately in need of some tinting. But what I'm gonna do is this is just an old brush. Honestly, I probably should have washed this first, so maybe go ahead and wash that if you need to use one like that. And I'm going to take this in called the spoolie. If you don't have one of these, but you have maybe a mascara tube that's pretty much dried up, most of us have that, or a sample one, go ahead and wash all the mascara out of that. Just throw it in your makeup bag, and then that way you have it, so you'll use a dry one that is completely cleaned out of all the mascara. And what we want to do is, I'm going to get in a little close here. Sorry, it's scary. We just want to start combing the brow up and out. Can you see that? So here's my arch. So I'm going to comb up towards my forehead, and then from the arch, we're going to go ahead and comb out. And then we're going to look at 3 major points of the brow. This is where our brow should be starting. Now, mine are starting to thin because I'm getting older, I'm losing brow, and a little over tweezing when I was younger. So I have no product. I don't have anything on right now. So they want to start here and then your high point of your brow should be here. And then this is the most important. You want to take from the outer corner here. This is where your brow needs to stop. So even if you're growing down a little bit longer, you have some strays down here, you're better off to just, again, leave those as opposed to taking your brow too short. So we just want to go in here now with our tweezers, and I would recommend putting your finger over your brow. That way you're not getting up into the eyebrow, and only take out 1, 2, or 3 hairs at a time, and then sit back and look. And then go in again. We want to hold it up, 1, 2, 3, and then stand back and look. This should get you through until this quarantine time is over. Like I said, just to get mostly your strays down in here. Now after tweezing, some clients have to do a lot of tweezing. So if you have a lot of redness in the skin afterwards, you can always use something like these ice rollers that we have from Kitsch. They also make a jade or rose quartz roller. You can even use an ice cube for that matter. And you just want to roll very gently over the brow area, post tweezing, and then that's going to help to alleviate a lot of redness in the skin. And you can also use, if your skin gets really irritated, just a very, very, very small amount of hydrocortisone or Benadryl cream, and you're going to get that on your finger and apply just onto the brow area, and then let it set, and you are good to go. So hopefully these pointers will help you guys out and keep your brows looking tame through the quarantine, and then we're looking forward to seeing you guys when we all come back. Stay safe.